Hey, welcome to our Facebook Live for today, Manifestation Community. I hope you are all doing very well here and really rocking your day in this final day of April 2020. I want to come on today on how to manifest a lot faster. And that's a great topic to cover here. So if you're here live with me, go ahead and throw your name into the comment box. Just say hello, welcome. Say maybe where you're from as well, what country you're from, US, Canada. I know we have some Australian people, we have some people from Ireland and all across Europe and things. So I hope you all are staying aligned during this time. If you want to throw in your name and where you're from, hello and welcome onto our Facebook Live today. Now, how would you like to manifest anything you desired really as soon as possible? That's a big idea. Manifesting anything you desired as soon as possible. There's a lot of different ways to do this, and a lot of you are finding that in our Manifestation Accelerator membership program. The ideas, the techniques, the action items to help you manifest everything you want faster and easier and a lot bigger, a lot more consistently and predictably using our system that just is proven to work so friggin' well for so many people. And I'm so grateful that you all are in it as members and really rocking and doing some fabulous things and sharing those wins into our Facebook group. It's absolutely a blast to help you all out. There's a major challenge that comes when we're trying to manifest bigger and faster. And I want to go through that number one thing today that might be holding you back from your manifestations, what to do about it, and then also the exact things to do basically starting tomorrow, May 1st, in order for yourself to really launch to that next level. All right, so I'm just going to go ahead and check because I'm on a Zoom webinar here where I can't see everyone just yet. So I just need to jump on my phone here so I can see all your wonderful comments. I hope everyone's staying aligned during this time. I know there's not a lot to do outside, so hopefully you're able to stay inside and study or even go outside if you have a place to do that. So if you are here and you would like some more abundance and more goodness, go ahead and throw a like onto Facebook Live here to kind of activate that goodness and things as well. Looks like we have Jessica from Vegas. Tonya from, she said hello. Lana, you said from Hollywood, Florida. I'm pretty close. I'm in Miami. Of course, you're from UK. Good to see you again. Just like on the coaching call there. Alan, you said hi, Scott. NBA said hi, Scott from Maui, Hawaii. Love it. All right. And a lot of you just jumping on and seeing a lot more comments flow through. Great. So again, if you're just joining us on here, throw a like on here to activate more abundance and more goodness, and maybe throw a comment into the little box there on where you're from and your first name. So the major challenge that comes with manifesting is everything you see behind me. Now, some of you might understand also the idea that when we start studying personal development, we often are consuming a ton of information. You could be like me, and what I used to do on a daily basis was search on YouTube about manifestation and law of attraction, or I'd literally just go through my newsfeed on YouTube and see which suggested videos there were. It could be Les Brown, it could be Jim Rohn, Zig Ziglar, Abraham Hicks, Bob Proctor, anybody from The Secret, Wayne Dyer. It didn't matter who it was. I'd kind of binge watch personal development. I was obsessed. Breakfast, I'd be watching videos. Lunch, I'd be watching videos. Dinner, I'd be watching videos. It was just night and day. I'd watch them. Then I go driving around in my car. I was living in Los Angeles at the time, and some of you are from LA or been in LA. You know, the traffic gets a little crazy, and you have a lot of time in your car. So I used to turn into Audio University because I heard some speaker talk about that it was a good idea. So I put Audible on my phone and I bought audiobooks up to Yin Yang, and so I still have those. But it was like I was listening to Science of Getting Rich and Think and Grow Rich and all of Esther Hicks' books and just a million different books on marketing and Gary Vee and Grant Cardone and all these different speakers. And I listened to all this fabulous content. It would make me feel really good. I had a lot of mental and spiritual progress like lightning. I would have really the internal growth that I was seeking. Not only that, but I had a lot of the books behind me and I was reading Think and Grow Rich, Science of Getting Rich. But there was something that always puzzled me was I would have this mental and spiritual progress, but then I wouldn't have as much physical, tangible progress in my business. I didn't understand why. I thought I was doing all the work. I was reading the books. I was listening into the audiobooks. I wasn't listening into radio anymore. I wasn't watching TV anymore. I was listening into all the YouTube videos and all the things I could get my hands on to understand how does the laws of the universe work? How does my mind work? How do I reprogram my mind for success? I'd go to events as well. I went to Les Brown's events. I went to an Abraham Hicks workshop. I went to Bob Proctor's events. I was going to events because I thought these were the keys to my success. And then I got very frustrated. I didn't understand why I wasn't getting physical results. And it irritated me because it seemed like all the speakers really never told you how to apply the content. How do I actually do this stuff? I get it. I get it. I need to reprogram my subconscious. I get it that I have limiting thoughts sometimes. I get it that I'm a spiritual being, an energetic being, that I do have incredible power. I have a mind. It's all about mindset. I get it. But what do I do? Like, I'm willing to do whatever it takes. I have the determination. I have a dream. I really want it. And I know a lot of people are in the same shoes where sooner or later it gets to a point where it's a little daunting trying to figure out all this yourself. And I tried and tried, but it didn't seem to really anything change, if you will. Then one day I woke up and I said, I gotta stop doing what I'm doing. I and seemingly not consistently manifesting what I want. I was getting very frustrated. I knew frustration was not a key to activating the law of attraction the way I desired it to activate. I knew this stuff, so I woke up and said, I got to change something that I'm doing. Eventually, I was able to really start thinking about what is the key to these results. And I started to research and I started to ask these questions out loud of like, how can I apply this information? What do I need to do today to generate results? And like a lightning bolt, in a flash, I knew exactly. I needed to develop a system for myself that would work, something that I could use day in and day out to attract to me the things that I wanted. Somehow I woke up one day and I realized that it's just like fitness. I'm very big into fitness for a long time. Some of you know that. My parents actually own a local fitness gym in upstate New York. So I've been in fitness. I was born in fitness. I'm very blessed and very grateful to have those habits and those really strong, healthy ideas about fitness and my body. But I woke up one day and I said, that's exactly it. I don't learn about fitness and how a treadmill works on YouTube every day and expect myself to get more muscular or release some weight. I actually go to the gym consistently 5-6 days a week, and I do the cardio to sculpt the body and get the results. And I realized I was doing the opposite with my mindset. I was reading, I was researching, I was trying to understand on these YouTube videos what goes on, but I wasn't, quote unquote, getting on the treadmill. I wasn't actually doing the exercises that were designed to actually change my mind. So I stopped everything. I stopped reading books. I literally deleted Audible off my phone. I turned on there's like a little app in Google Chrome add-on you could do for ticking off YouTube suggested videos. I deleted my social media all off my phone. I literally deleted everything. I stopped watching YouTube videos and I said, I got to apply what I already know. It took a lot of months and a lot of experimenting, but I literally was like a scientist. Some of you know I was an engineer previously, an aerospace engineer. That's what I went to school for at college. But I literally became a scientist. I became an experimenter, and I would do certain actions and certain techniques, manifesting what I wanted, visualizing, using affirmations, doing gratitude, all the things we all know about that we've heard in these videos and these books. And I started to write down when I did the technique and then how long it took for results to shift, a physical result of some sort. And I started to take all these different action items and all these ideas and content items And I started to put it into a system I could use every day. I started to experiment with the system, and there was definitely some flaws. Some things wouldn't come as fast as I wanted them to. Some things just didn't seem to work out at all, but I refined the process every day. So I stopped consuming any information, and I just basically zone into what system can I start to create for myself to allow myself to experience results. Then I finally, after refining the system over and over and over, it clicked. And I started to think about desires I wanted, and they would start to manifest sometimes in 7 days. Sometimes it was in 1 day. Sometimes it did take a couple of weeks, 2 to 3 weeks, but they were fast. Chunks of money that I wanted. I finally made my first $10,000 day. And that wasn't a coincidence. I kept thinking about it. I kept using my system to manifest this. And after about 30 years or so days, I was able to manifest that 10 grand day. So it wasn't overnight. It wasn't like I made this magic happen, but I applied the system every single day, and then boom, it happened after 30 days or so. I think it was just under, it was about 27, 28 days. But it was within that month mark, and I had 10 grand come in a day. And it was just like, I was elated. I was so excited because I realized the system I had created was going to create a lot of consistent, predictable manifestations. And I'm going to tell you, having a consistent, predictable system for manifesting is like the best freaking thing in the world, because you can put out what you want and it will come to you. Now, again, it's not magic. It's not like I can put out, I want $100 million right now and it's going to land tomorrow. It's not magic. It doesn't happen out of thin air. But you start to activate the path. You start to activate these desires, and the universe starts to provide more and more in harmony with that. Yes, there's still a time gap. It's not like you're going to make this crazy, you're going to be a billionaire if you don't have a dollar to your name tomorrow. Again, it's not magic, but a natural path starts to unfold for those desires to come at a more speedy, consistent, predictable rate. That's what all of you members in the accelerator are experiencing right now. These financial wins you're having on a weekly basis because you're using the predictable, consistent system, and it's allowing these beautiful things to unfold because you're in alignment with who you truly are, but you're applying the information. You're no longer a consumer, you're more of a doer of the information, and that makes a world of difference. So basically, my life transformed from kind of level 1, studying personal development, and what I call level 2. I had to become a level 2 person in personal development. You might understand and relate to what I'm talking about here. Level 2 is you're no longer a consumer of personal development. You're a becomer. You're a doer of personal development. You are the abundance idea. You don't know about manifesting abundance. You tune into abundance, and you start to see those results happening. So that's kind of the solution for manifesting faster and easier, more consistently and predictably, is not being the quote unquote average personal development person anymore. You're not an average person. That's why you're in this Facebook group. That's why you've attracted this Facebook Live, whether you're here live or watching the replay. You're not an average person. You're an extraordinary person. That's why you're here. That's why you're trying to learn better. That's why you're absorbing the personal development material. Now it's time to take your life to the next level, though. It's time for you to really begin to apply these principles greater and better. It's time for you not to know the path of personal development intellectually. It's time for you to walk the path. It's time for you to take these ideas and these principles and really bring your side to the next level there. You can do it. I don't care if we're in quarantine or not. Hopefully it's ending pretty soon here anyways. I don't care if that's happening or not. You can win. You can thrive. I've had some of my clients make more money in the month of April than they have in their 10-year careers, even with this quarantine going on. Why? Because they're applying the system. They have the system, number one. But number two, they're applying the system. There's a very, very big difference between knowing the path and walking the path. It's a great quote by Morpheus in The Matrix, if you've ever seen that movie. And starting to walk that path is very important. I want to walk the path with you. You can use our system if you're not already. And if you're already using our system, hell yeah, we got a special event coming up here in May. You're going to absolutely love it. Okay. So keep walking the path, keep using the Manifestation Accelerator membership course, keep going. We just did and filmed module 2E the other day, And that is one of the best things you're ever going to go through. We go through getting in tune with the infinite storehouse of riches and what that's going to mean for you to manifest a lot of money really fast. In fact, I just went through it with my personal coaching clients a little bit earlier today, and they were all blown away by it. Some of them cried, some of them just were in tears of joy and different things from the exercise, which is ultimately going to activate a big financial return for them. You're going to get that in module phase 2E, and some of you are already almost approaching that. If you're not there yet, that's okay. Keep moving forward. And again, we got a special event that you are absolutely invited to here in May 2020. If you haven't gotten on board yet, I want to walk the path with you. Let's thrive together. This system that I use to kind of change everything, to transition everything, is built right inside the Manifestation Accelerator. Jump into it. I made it so it's very, very low risk. There's really no financial risk either or anything like that. It's very small. You can cancel any times. Most people stay subscribed for life because they have a toolbox and they keep having module after module week in, week out, and the exact action items to do to generate the results that you're seeing everyone post about. It's your time to thrive. I want to do it with you. We can do it together. We can get that system going and get those modules going, those action items, and it will be one of the best investments you have ever made in your life, hands down. You see everyone else talking about and posting and commenting that it's been one of the best investments they've ever made. I don't mean that from an ego side. I just mean that the system works. It's really fun, and it's a great way for you to consistently and predictably bring in a lot more manifestations that you'd like. I'll leave the actual link to join right into the comment box. If you feel the calling, go for it. Remember, it's time to get uncomfortable sometimes. Our comfort zone will keep us in about the same results we've always been in. But if you do something uncomfortable today, you can expect May 2020 to be a really, really big difference. And if you get joined in today, you can start your first module tomorrow. It's ideal divine timing for first of the month, May 1st, to get started and get that system going, especially as the quarantine is starting to be hopefully lifted up and things hopefully are starting to go back to normal pretty soon here. It's time for you to really get in and tune into the results you seek today, because remember, your thoughts today create your tomorrow. It's not that I need to think better today and create results today. Think better today to create a great May 2020. Don't wait until May 31st, 2020 to start thinking great, okay? Start now, and that will create we always think now, and it creates future results. Okay, so that would be really huge. Join in with us, get started right away, okay? And as you get started, you're gonna be in a very, very easy, awesome, fun path from here on out. You're gonna be playing the game of manifestation, and you're just gonna win because you know the rules. Once you know the rules of the game, you can really make things happen. Now, sometimes people say, you know, should I start now? Should I start later on? The best time is always now, as we've even seen from the quarantine. A lot of people said, oh man, I should have started saving months ago, because when I didn't have a job anymore, I didn't have any business anymore, man, good thing I had, you know, a little bit saved up, but I really could have had a lot more. So the time to start saving more money is now. The time to start changing your life is now. The time to start getting onto treadmills now. The time to start going and lifting some weights. If you bought some weights in your home during this quarantine time, or maybe you're going out in the park, whatever it is, the time is now to really get that regimen going. Do the uncomfortable. It's a great mantra that you might want to keep in your back pocket here and now. Do the uncomfortable. The more uncomfortable you're willing to take in the greatest or in the slowest amount of time, meaning the shortest amount of time is a better way of saying it, the more uncomfort you're able to go through in the shortest amount of time, the faster your growth will be. Because uncomfort's a feeling change. That's all it is. You're going to a new place internally. You're becoming the greatest you possible. So if you feel that calling, you feel that divine source that says, this is the right message at the right time, I do need a system, I want to apply the system, go for it. If you don't feel a calling, no big deal. But if you feel the calling, it's uncomfortable, and you really want to make things happen on the physical, tangible results side, just try out the program. Again, it's a very, very tiny investment for what you're about to get. Everyone says the same thing. They're blown away by the content and the amount that you get for the tiny monthly amount that you're really going to have. And there's really no commitment. All right. Sending light and blessings to all of you. I hope you're really doing well. And if you're really doing well and you want to activate that abundance and you're in the Manifestation Accelerator, give me a number 1 into the comment box there. Maybe throw a quick like on the Facebook Live if you thought this was at all helpful. Hopefully I can share more of my story a little bit more than I do to allow you to understand that I was in a place as well where things really weren't happening for me. Some of you saw on the last live masterclass, I used to sleep on an air mattress in a townhouse with a wooden desk that I couldn't even sit on because it felt like my back was breaking because it wasn't comfortable. I had sell my truck just to get into a program. I sold everything I had basically in order to keep bills paid on a monthly basis. We all go through those times. We go through different challenging times we all have to go through. But sometimes you can also be inspired to say it's going to be okay. You're gonna go through what you're going through. You're gonna make it on the other side. And even if you're thriving right now, you're gonna really make a quantum leap this year. It's coming and it's here and now for you. Okay, so realize that even if I've went through it, or one of your idols have went through a challenging time, or you're going through anything, whatever it is, just know the more you keep your thoughts on flow and goodness, the more your life will go that way. It's certainly how I've kind of manifested the life I live now in this beautiful penthouse in Miami, Florida, overlooking the water and things. I never mean that in an ego way, but again, a way that I've experienced. I know what it feels like to not be able to manifest what I want, and I know what it feels like to manifest what I want. And that transition, what I did to make that transition, is all in our wonderful Manifestation Accelerator membership course. All right, I look forward to seeing a lot of you on the next live and different things that we do here, and for all the members and the new members coming in, getting onto that monthly event we're going to have in May 2020 as well. All right, sending light and blessings to all of you. Happy Thursday, and I'll see you on the other side in the membership course. Take care, everyone.